Hi everyone, out for a little ride today, and I've picked some really poor conditions. These half-light conditions are pretty awkward to be seen. They're probably worse than full dark, in my opinion, in some situations. So notice I'm making every effort to be seen. We've got high vis on. I don't always wear high vis. Personally, I don't think you need to all the time, although it is advisable. But it's definitely one of those scenarios where high vis is really important. I am going to go ahead at these lights. But what we're going to be looking at today is how I do my positioning and how I'm going to make every single effort to be safe, how I'm going to alter my riding. This seems to be lost on many people, and there will be still many people in a comment saying the responsibility of the drivers. Yes, it is. However, you've got to work together to be able to do this. So yeah, we've got high vis on, we've got the lights on the bike, front and back. This Engway does come with lights at the front, and it comes with an undertail light which I have on, and also I've got my helmet which also has lights on front and back. But that doesn't keep me safe, it just adds to my safety. Here, primary position, without doubt. As soon as we're past the Audi, check in, back to secondary. Keep an eye on people around, there's no one catching up behind, so totally fine. Still fine for people to overtake if they want to. And I do also understand that there's going to be certain cyclists on the road who aren't going to be at this level. It's exactly why I make these videos. If young kids watch this video, brilliant, because they'll understand the importance of seeing and being seen. We're also going to be looking at primary, because there's still many of the social media cyclists who have not got the clue. They all slaughter me, oh, Ashley knows nothing. I've done the instructor training course, although I didn't bother with the final qualification. I was never going to use it. But the whole idea of me doing it was so I knew exactly what's what. So we're turning right. I'm going slow enough so if people cut the corner, I can do something about it. Just give myself a little bit of room. Audi's not letting me go. It's fine, they've got priority. Now, positioning here, because of the lack of the oncoming vehicles, just changing my settings a sec. Okay, you know what that setting is, all right, anyway. So because of the lack of the oncoming vehicles, what I'm doing is staying in secondary. That's a lovely overtake. It's probably a little bit fast, but I'd rather them get done and get finished, as long as they're not causing any issue with oncoming, rather than hanging around alongside me. Still not going to go anywhere bar from secondary. But I'm really aware of this one behind now and the oncoming one. This one goes to overtake, I'm ready to adjust. You have to, because honestly, some drivers are terrible. They are really, really bad. That one, that was okay. But I don't want to restrict anything as of yet. Maybe a little bit different coming up to this bend. But again, I'm aware of this vehicle behind, and I'm ready to change if required. Ready to alter my speed. It doesn't matter whether it's tougher to get going. It's absolutely irrelevant. So you want to be Tour de France riders that only think about pace. It's not like that. This one problem. Had to take an avoidance because of the terrible overtake, and we will get that, unfortunately, until I'm able to educate more people. That's how it is, and it's not going to be in my lifetime. This driver behind, good as gold. So I'm taking up a commanding position. We don't want the overtake now. So I'm doing my utmost just to keep things moving. Oh, there's no assistance on that. Don't know what setting I've put it on. Okay. Anyway, I'll have a look at these settings in a sec. Just going to turn right. Position, primary. Taking my time so I can flow into a space. Stay in primary. Don't want anyone to overtake until I'm past this van. Now they can. I've got to be careful of this junction to the left. Even staying in primary across the junction most of the time is the key. But if you can see into that junction well enough, not a big deal. Okay. I'm going to go left at the roundabout. Primary, no one's coming past me. Positive left signal. Blue BMW's fine. Stay in primary through the junction. Finish, back to secondary. Clear message to this vehicle behind that we can overtake, but got to be careful again if they do overtake and cause me a problem. Sort of took a hybrid position in between primary and secondary to go past that junction, but again I'm aware of behind. Are they going to come past before the roundabout? No, so I'm taking primary. Is this one oncoming turning? I can get done before. Being careful that no one overtakes on the roundabout. Again, stay in primary till I'm past the black one. I'm going to positively come back here, but I'm always aware if someone overtakes. Here, could stay in primary, but this one behind has been good as gold. Thank you. Just say thanks to people. Perfect. Cool. This bike's quite heavy when it's beyond its 15 miles an hour. Okay. Here, staying in secondary, but I'm aware. Was you riding primary here up this slow hill? I don't think so. So speed has a big thing to do with it. If I was quicker here, not struggling doing 23 kph up this hill, I might have been out in primary. Okay, so even now, aware, no one behind, easy peasy. It takes this constant awareness to keep yourself safe. You cannot rely on other drivers to do the work for you. You can't, they should, without doubt, but you cannot rely on it. Happy going to secondary. That just is in case anyone overtakes on the opposite side. But again, I'm aware of this one behind. It's a little close, but the care that they took and the speed they went past was really important. This narrows. I'm just letting the red one finish, and then I'm taking my position in the middle. You have to have awareness. You have to know when you are catching people or people are catching you. Here, I'm staying exactly where I am, but I'm always aware in case that vehicle comes from the opposite side. Oh, this bike's heavy. Anyway, I have to just put up with me panting. All right. So the other thing just on that is, if you are tired, stops your brain from working. I knew that from the football as well. As soon as the tiredness came in, start making mistakes. So if you're going fast and you're out of breath, maybe take it down a level, or ride in a place where there are lower risks, and definitely don't ride in a manner that's going to put you at higher risk. This is why I constantly go on about those Strava cyclists who just look for that fastest time everywhere. It's ridiculous, and nothing to do with road safety. Need a little bit more space here. Roundabout again, staying in primary. I'm going to take the right side of the speed bump. All good, can flow, and it's planning that allows you to do that. Just aware of this one catching behind. It's difficult with speed bumps to stay obviously in primary, so you've got to plan your gaps. I did that early, so I wasn't arriving at this point here with any issues to the side. Car alarm. Now, how am I going to filter here? Space wise, don't think so, you know. I think I'm just going to hold back. Okay. So have we had any issues? The answer is no. There was one overtake on Melling Road which was too close to the oncoming vehicles. People make mistakes. Drivers and riders do not drive or ride impeccably. You just have to be ready to alter again. Good road users can fix the mistakes of the poor ones. And the more good ones we have, the better. Lane didn't notice us. Wouldn't do, to be fair. Just noticed my car. Okay, I'm starting to go again. So through this scenario, what am I going to do? Someone's having a WhatsApp, wait. So through this scenario, what am I going to do? I would like to stay in primary, but the speed bump again caused a little bit of an issue. I'm aware of people behind and how close they are. Committed. The section's short, so that's fine. Staying in a positive position, ready to give way to the bus. We'll need to with the oncoming cars. Hopefully the bus is on its way, will, back to secondary. Quite happy for people to overtake here if required. No bothers. However, I'm watching to make sure it's done at the correct time. It's a certain way of thinking to say primary there as well, but yeah, I think if I was faster, not going up a hill again, I may have taken that position. So primary or secondary has a fair bit to do with pace also, but try not to be intimidated by vehicles around. I get loads of comments about, oh, we're going to get hit from behind. There's always a possibility, unfortunately, and on a bike, making sure there's no one else. I wasn't bothered about them two. It was the third potential one that I was interested in there. So yeah, there's always a chance of getting hit from behind, but should be doing your utmost to stop that from happening. Didn't realise this trek was so uphill. I'm beyond the realms of my electrical assistance, doing 25 kph and flagging. Anyway, this is what it is. You might have a little surprise on a new bike on the channel soon. That's a good overtake, it's fine. Another one comes now, it's a problem. So I'm just staying in primary and we're all good again. Okay, no issues. Country roads, not so bad this little section because it's not a fast speed limit, but that difference in speed is still significant enough. So roundabout and turning right, no one's behind, position's fine out in primary, and again I'm going to try and take my time and keep things flowing. Be careful here because view's pretty poor. Is anyone going to come from the left? No. Stay in primary until I'm happy, and then go back to secondary if an overtake may be a good idea. Be careful now. You can't dive in and out constantly. So there are scenarios where that was a little close, but he did get on with it compared with the oncoming cars. So I'm actually okay with that. I do agree with the 1.5 meters clearance, obviously. However, it is only a should. I wouldn't ever go closer to it. So if I can drive without going closer to 1.5, so can you. But there are some scenarios where going a little closer may still be safe. Some cyclists are thinking that that is law. The 1.5 is not. So I'm never going to say go closer, because remember, there's some of those cyclists out there who are going to try and entrap you. I'm going to stand by what I said. They'll take up a position in secondary to encourage a closer pass. Now I'm happy. Okay. So, a little ride. I'm heading up to someone's house that I know. I'm just going to get out into primary here. I am turning left. Speed bump's a little issue. To make sure my positioning wasn't going to be misleading. And round we go. Yep, I'm heading to someone's house. So what I'm going to do is wrap it up there. If you're cycling in these half-light conditions, take a lot of care to be visible. It's really important this time of year. Also, think about what I'm saying about being aware of your position in relation to others. You riders who have got 30 years experience, honestly, you ride like an idiot, some of you really do. Don't forget though, you drivers who watch this, it's down to the drivers to make sure cyclists are safe, so make sure they are. Keep safe everyone. I'll see you soon. Thank you, buddy.